Hello and welcome to the second episode of Spirit Meets the Pod. My name is Jamie Lipton and I am here with...
Nevada Mills.
Jim Buckner.
Wes Branstine.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to look at the camera, but you can if you want. So we're here with two of our really legendary retired brass faculty, one of whom I worked with for a long time and one of whom predated me. So I'm very interested to hear what you guys have to say. But I wanted to mention...
Both of whom are responsible for me. So
yeah, both of them made Nevada together. Somehow that worked. But the last episode, the first episode we did, got like 300 views. I know a lot of those were like me opening the video so I could get the link and post it somewhere. But all the feedback we got was good, so we're making another one, and hopefully you guys like this one. So first of all, let's talk about the show band reunion. That is coming up on April 25th, and you have to register for it. And the only reason you have to register is because we're having food. I assume that's the reason,
yes,
right? To make sure that there's enough food. So please, if you were planning on like registering at the door or waiting till the last minute, please go ahead and register. And the links are on our Facebook page, and they'll be in the email that's going out soon. So if you haven't seen the registration page, you'll see it soon. But why are we doing this? Why are we having this reunion? This was your idea, right?
It was.
Yeah. So what spurred that?
A while back, some of my former students threw a picnic for me at the lake. And I had so much fun at that, and I appreciated it so much that I thought, why can't we do that for the whole band? And so we were having coffee, Jim and I and Nevada and others, and we decided that instead of just music majors, graduates of the music department, we should have everybody that had been in the band since it started. And that's what we came up with. That's where we are now.
That's great. That lake thing, that I was at that, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you put
Yes.
that together?
No,
Or-
he did.
oh,
no,
you
his
put that.
students did it, I mean.
Oh,
His
okay.
students did
Yeah,
all
that was a good time. That
Yeah.
was nice. Were you there for that?
I was.
Oh, okay. Very good. So at this reunion, this is not just like get together and shake people's hands for 6 hours. They have a schedule. Like it is on the website, and you'll be seeing it elsewhere. But there is definitely our band is playing, and the Henderson Brass Band. So there will be a band concert element to it. Somebody's giving a historical presentation. What's that about?
John Caldwell has done several of these. He did one for Mr. Evanson, did one for Mr. Lawson over at Ouachita, several others, and they were just excellent. So I called him and asked him if he would do a history of the Henderson Band, and he got all excited and said, I would love to.
Did he march? Is this someone I should know, or?
He's a former graduate, but he's back there quite a ways. I'm not sure exactly when.
His
Okay.
son, Aaron, who is a lawyer now, was right at my time. And so I think he graduated maybe a year or two before I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's a
his
history.
dad would have been a long time ago.
Yeah.
What else is going to be happening at this? I know it's 2 meals, right? It's lunch and dinner.
Yes.
And a concert and a presentation. Is there anything I'm missing? I know
Well-
there's like an open mic where people just get to tell stories at some point.
Yeah,
That sounds
at
fun.
the dinner that night, we'll have dinner, and then it'll just be an open mic for everyone who wants to tell a band story. And it's been my experience that everybody who's ever been in a band has a band story. So I think that's going to be really fun.
Yeah. Do we know anyone who maybe like people like would be excited about showing up there? Like, is there maybe any other retired faculty that we know of that are going to be showing up to this?
Well, the my vintage graduates, which was early 60s, Hal Cooper was the band director at Tech for 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be here definitely.
Oh, great.
Joe Gunn was band director in Dallas. I can't remember what school, but an outstanding school.
Was he at Richardson?
Richardson, I think it might have been
I think so.
Richardson. Yeah. But he also was in charge of that big auditorium. I can't think
Yeah,
of it.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't
Anyway,
remember the name
big
of it.
auditorium down there. He'll be here. Several others that just did great jobs as band directors, just great band directors. And they, as far as I know, all of them will
So
be
do you
here.
say people who went here in the 60s? Is that what you said?
I graduated in '64.
Oh, wow.
And Hal Cooper graduated, I guess, 2 years after I did. I'm hoping that Dave Rosen comes because he was the first of all of us. He got here in 1958, the same time Mr. Evanson got here. And he was here when I got here, and then he graduated and has been with Rosen Music Company in Little Rock ever since. But I'm hoping he will be here because I want to introduce him as the oldest Ready band member.
Oh, yeah, he would have to be because I know Monty said last time that the first year of show band was 1957, right?
Yeah, so when that's kind of when Mr. Evanson really started everything.
57, 58, yeah.
There were directors before then, all the way back to 1929, but we kind of think of our modern lineage as starting with Mr. Evanson.
Yeah.
Nevada knows about this because not only is he one of our band directors, but he also put together a historical show band exhibit in the lobby of RFA that faces the quad. So hopefully you guys will all get a chance to see that when you come to the reunion. And also, we're going to start a new tradition, assuming I remember to bring it downstairs, with that music stand that's been in your office forever, right? And it has a little Post-it note that says Wes Branstine on it. So I knew it had something to do with both of you.
I didn't think it looked anything like Wes Branstine.
He made it.
And it turned out it was not actually a depiction of Wes Branstine. He
my
made
bad.
it. I think it would be really cool to have that next to the exhibit downstairs and say that when alumni come back to campus, they can sign the music stand.
Oh, that'd
and
be
so
great,
hopefully
yeah.
by the end of the reunion, it'll be like covered with names, and that'll be a good start
Yeah,
for
that's
it.
You might
But-
check that drawer in the bottom. I think his whip is still in there.
Whip?
Yes.
Yes.
Student motivator.
I know. So one time, I have Branstine's old office. If you used to take lessons in there, and it looks very different now. But one day, an alum from a long time ago stopped by, and they're like, "This used to be Branstine's office." And in his file cabinet, he had like a fake foot sticking out of it, right? And he said that was a student who didn't practice that he had presumably shoved in there.
Oh.
And after I heard that story, I went on Amazon and bought a foot. And it's still there in the office. So that tradition lives on.
You're telling me it was fake?
After all these years.
After all these
You
years.
can finally admit that.
I wish I had known that. I would have given you that one. You could have had it.
Do you still have the foot?
I think I still
Do you
have
still
it,
have
yeah.
the foot? You should give it to him. He can put it in his
Oh,
file
I love
cabinet.
the foot.
Let's just talk about your time at Henderson. I'm really curious because this happened. Like I said, I worked with Jim, but when you guys worked together, that was long before I was here. I'm pretty sure they started long before you were here,
Oh,
right?
long before I was here.
Because you got here in '90.
Yes.
Is that right?
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you two met and became friends? You must have been on the committee that hired
He was
him,
the
right?
chair of the search committee.
Yeah. So
Well,
how'd that go?
Yeah, and that's the first time I think that we became friends. He came in, and I was ushering him around as chair of the committee. I was ushering him around to meet teachers and do what we were supposed to do. And we had a meeting with the students in the union, and I could not tear him away from those students. And I thought at that time, I like this guy. And so then we started to leave, and they started asking more questions, and he started answering the questions. And his answers to those questions were so good, I thought, I like this guy. And from then on, of course, he got the job. From then on, we've been
So
friends.
you weren't just interviewing a trumpet professor, you were interviewing a prospective friend.
Prospective friend,
Yes.
which I didn't know at the time, of course, but it turned out that way.
So our first social event was at the end of the interview. We had a little time to kill before I had to go back to the airport. So he and I went over to the Garrison. It wasn't Garrison at that point, I don't think. But anyway, over to the Student Union and got a couple Diet Cokes and sat and talked, and that was, here we still are talking.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
beginning of a tradition that's gone on for how many years now?
36. Since 90.
36 years.
That is a really long time. But that's really cool. And you guys just said you're going to Starbucks after this, right?
Yep.
After we record. So it's still going on.
I'd just like to point out that I was 8 when that tradition started.
Thank you.
Made me feel better.
Yes. If you
I
imagine
didn't do anything for
Nevada
us.
as a
Excuse me.
little kid in Fort Worth playing in the yard with a ball as you guys were
Yeah,
meeting
it's
each
probably a
other.
terrible memory for everyone to
I
have.
remember recruiting you, and you came outside the building, said, "Who are you?" And we said, "We're from Henderson." He said, "I want to go to Henderson."
That
Yeah,
was fast.
And
I
he
mean that was
did.
pretty
And he did.
accurate.
Yeah.
Down there at in Keller, Texas, one of the furthest west that y'all went off of the kind of into the Dallas-Fort Worth area at the Fossil Ridge High School, and I'll never forget my one of the directors there, Todd Dixon, who just retired. He had come to camp and knew Henderson really well, and he walked out of the band room and he went, "Nevada, come here. I got some people you need to meet." And so I owe a lot to you guys for this career path that I have. So
That's great.
thanks.
How so that's how you ended up at Henderson. Were you trying to decide between other schools and this just broke the
As a traditional Texas boy, I was looking at a major university, so looking at UNT, looking at University of Texas, Austin. Great places, amazing music programs, but places where I would just be swallowed up as a part of the masses of people. And so I didn't really. I just kind of was just going to go with it, and had never heard of Henderson at that point. Really enjoyed meeting both Wes and Jim, and was like, okay, well maybe I need to check this out. So drove up, and of course this is like pre-iPhone cell phones, and so I made it to Gurdon and pulled over at like a gas station and was like, okay, how much further do I have to go? And then of course made it the next 10 miles. Did not realize that there was Caddo Valley, so I didn't know that there were other hotels. So yes, I stayed in the Pioneer Inn and survived.
Do you have any lingering diseases? Or?
Well, yes, but we don't talk about those.
Okay, sorry.
And so it was kind of a match made in heaven. I liked the campus. I liked the people that I met. You could tell that it was a real family environment. And that meant a lot to me. I wasn't going to get lost in the shuffle. And so, yeah, I truly owe my entire career path to these two individuals.
There's probably hundreds of people who would say the exact same thing, I imagine.
For sure.
Right?
I hope so.
I've heard that story before. I want to talk about the video that I saw a few years ago, and they had a thing. I think it was honoring Evanston, actually, but you were there. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where you made a video to motivate the show band or something before a football game? Do you know what this is?
I don't know that I know what this is.
No?
I don't think so.
They played a video in the band room at some, alumni function, and you were in it.
Maybe the Branstine ribs.
It might have been. I
don't
can't remember if
remember.
it was you or if it was Don Kramer, but you were definitely in the video, and you were just like a fake news broadcast. Do you remember any of this?
I don't remember
No.
this.
Okay. Well,
I don't-
somebody,
you
I don't
used to
remember
do
this,
that
but I
with
wanna
the
see it.
Faculty. What do you call those?
We had a party one time that I did videos of the faculty
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't make it public.
playing parts, but we can't show that one.
That's what I figured.
Well, hopefully somebody will remember what I'm talking about because I watched it, and I guess this video was probably recorded in the 80s or 90s, but it was hilarious. And it made me think, I'm like, we should do that. we should make
Well,
funny
I want to
videos
see
for
this
the
video because
students.
I don't know that I've ever seen it.
We're
so.
gonna have to talk to whoever put that event together because it was quite good.
Now, there's a cooking video. Was that a cooking video?
Maybe.
Oh,
So was
okay.
it the Branstine ribs? Were they all around in a kitchen? And some of them were Julia
Julia
Childs.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly where it was, but it might have been that. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember.
Who was in that video?
I do remember that, and that was Chris
Roberts.
Roberts. Was great at making videos, and he offered to make a video of the then Branstine ribs, And for years and years, I cooked ribs for the band camp.
Amen.
It started out, we had 10 faculty, and there would be about 12, 13 people at the cookout. It wound up, there were 75 at every cookout. And so people wanted to say, well, give us your recipe for the ribs. And so Chris made a video of that. Now I know what you're talking about.
Hopefully that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, David Rollins is in on that. Jim was in on that. Mr. Evanson was there, and Chris, and we had a great time with that.
I remember when I started working here, there were a lot of things I didn't understand, but people would tell me that they were having Branstine ribs, and I thought that was a restaurant. I get it now, but
It is. It's a little mobile, but
so yeah, it's a food truck kind of. Okay, so let's ask you the questions that I'm planning to ask everybody we interview. What do you love the most about band or music or whatever?
The thing I love most about band, well, of course, there's all the artistic and emotional things, but I think
I think you need it.
Is that better? The thing that I think is most important about band is the social aspect of it, because so many kids come to school and they don't have any friends and they just fade away and they're gone. But when you join, I think it's true of any band, but I guarantee it's true in the Henderson band. You join the band, you've got 150 friends instantly, and they keep you in school. And I think that's one of the most incredible things. And then all the thing about learning to put the group before yourself and being responsible and carrying your weight, being on time, all those things that people need in any aspect of their life, band really pushes. And I think it's tremendous.
Yeah, so character building.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
I agree. The same thing. There is some evidence and statistics that show that the brightest and the best are the ones who are in the band. And this is in high school, junior high, elementary, university. And I think that's true, and I think that's important, and I think the things that Jim was talking about, learning to establish a goal, following through with it, all of that is important. But the most important thing also is what he mentioned, and that is if you play in a band with someone for 2 years or more, you've got a friend for life. I have friends that I was in high school band with from the 1950s. We still communicate. And of course, all the university friends, it's important. And I think probably that's my favorite thing about bands.
Great. Yeah, and I think all of that still applies today. We still use it as a teaching tool to try to instill responsibility in students. Of course, particularly at like the junior high level where it's very little kids. God bless the junior high band directors,
Amen.
elementary music
yeah.
teachers, because I could not do that job. What do you love the most, what do you love the most about Henderson? You went here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you worked here for a long time, so you have slightly different perspectives. So what do you want to say about that?
Well, Henderson's just about everything to me. I graduated in 1964 after 4 years here, and that's a long time ago.
That was like back in the woman couldn't wear pants era, right?
Yeah. And but Henderson, I graduated in '64. Henderson gave me a degree that I could go out and teach in the state of Arkansas with, and I used that degree. They also gave me a foundation that I could go to graduate school with. I did that and earned 2 more degrees in graduate school because of the foundation that I had at Henderson. And then I came back here to Henderson to teach and did that for 31 years here. I love this place. I always will.
Yeah. Well, that's, like stirring. I hope I can teach here for 31 years. That'd be great. Jim, what about you?
When I came in for my interview, that would have been April probably in 1990, I could tell this was a special place. I mean, there was something about the spirit, the Ready spirit, I'm sure, and the tradition, and this hunger for excellence. it was just like, wow, I've got to be here. And plus the fact that on the way on for the interview, David Rounds drove out by Lake DeGray. That didn't hurt either.
Yeah, it's a very, just like a beautiful area. You know, it's very, as opposed to, we both went to Northwestern, right?
Yep.
Where there's like maybe one tree in Evanston. On the campus, there's a lot, but just in the, you know, urban area, there's just, you know, streets.
Not much.
Yeah, a lot of concrete. So it's a very beautiful area in addition to being a very beautiful campus. Is there a Henderson story that you want to tell us, right? I know you want to save them up for the reunion, but if there's one that you could tell us. And after that, I'm going to ask you to shout out some alumni. So if you want to mention their names, the people in the story, go ahead.
Okay.
In hopes that they're listening.
Well, happens to be a band story, a band story. And we were taking the marching band to Magnolia, to SAU for halftime. And at that time, we had some 4 feet by 8 feet letters that we had cut out of styrofoam. And we had them fixed with axe handles and bolted so that you could carry them. And all these letters spread out, spelled Henderson. Beautiful, great big letters. We had a couple of smaller people, girls I think, carrying those letters too. Well, when we got to SAU, boy, it was really looking bad on the weather. It wasn't raining, but boy, the wind was really coming. And Mr. Evanson said it's not going to rain till after halftime. And when he said that, it always happened. If he said it wasn't going to rain, it wasn't going to rain. And it didn't. So we got ready to go out to halftime. And boy, the band was a company front along the sidelines, and the letters were just behind that. And the band started out on the field, and the letters started out too, and a tremendous whiff of wind came by. And so on the field marched the Henderson band, and right behind it, it said Henson. The DER had got blown clean back to the stands. That's my story.
And when was that about?
Oh my goodness, 74,
Oh,
5.
so there's probably no video of this anywhere.
No, I doubt it. No.
Oh, okay. That's too bad, because now it would have been streamed. You know, we would
Oh,
have,
man,
we would have
everybody
visual
would have seen it.
evidence.
Yeah.
Jim, what about you?
I was trying to decide what my favorite thing about this department in Henderson is, and I have to say it's the concerts and recitals. And I thought, well, if we start talking about all those, then we'd miss the band reunion, because there's been so many phenomenal things. But the two that really stuck out in my mind were 1992, we did the Henderson Band Tradition. That's another one of Wes's brainchild. And we had a special recital honoring all the faculty who had been here and retired. Don Kramer passed away. And so we did a recital, and someone spoke about the person, and then someone came out and played a piece for that person. So I played the $1 Million Song for Don Kramer, which was the Carnival of Venice, because if he had $1 for every time he played it, he'd been a millionaire. So that was terrific, and as you know, that tradition has continued as we induct more people into the tradition. And then the other one was 94. We did the Soldier's Tale, Stravinsky Soldier's Tale. Oh my goodness, that was a hard piece of music, and it came off really well. And I was going to tell you that the Ready Trumpet Guild on YouTube, both those videos are posted.
Oh,
and of course,
okay.
the video quality is not good, but the sound's okay.
Okay, maybe we can look into reposting that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Do you have any stories you want to tell?
Oh man, I did not know I was going to tell a story.
You don't have to. You can
I
wait
think
till
I'm
the reunion.
gonna save it for the reunion.
Okay.
I've got a pretty good one, mainly involving you two guys. So, yeah, it's great.
I'm
Yeah.
looking.
I
I'm
know what
looking
that is.
for it.
I feel like a lot of the stories.
It's mildly
involve you two
appropriate.
guys. When I talked to Tina Hall about starting this podcast, I'm like, do you think people would listen if I interviewed Jim Buckner and Wes Branstine? She goes, oh yeah.
You know, I was going to mention when we asked about us becoming friends. So about the third week of the fall semester, Wes says, "Time to go recruiting." And we spent, I can't tell you how many thousands of hours on the road visiting high schools, and then we were playing in the South Arkansas Symphony together, as South Arkansas Brass Quintet back then. We spent a huge amount of time, and he went through his entire repertoire of jokes. It took like 2 years before he repeated himself.
I had learned from Don Kramer.
So like that was like the original dad jokes, right? Like just corny jokes.
Yeah.
People love those.
And worse.
Yeah.
Let's talk about alumni that we want to say hello to in hopes that they're listening. We did this last time. It was kind of fun. Is there anybody from when you went here or from when you worked here that you want to say hello to?
Yeah, I mentioned earlier. I mentioned Hal Cooper and Joe Gunn. Like to shout out to them, but also I would like to say a hi to all of the guys that were in the Henderson Collegians that are still alive, and Gerald Amux is one of those. And of course now I can't think of all of them. But
What is that?
the Henderson Collegians was the first jazz band on the Henderson campus, and we were the advertisement for the campus. We played everywhere. We joined the musicians union.
Oh, wow.
And played gigs, union gigs,
As students.
all the way around. We played all the time, and boy, that group was as close as a group of guys can get. Tinky Gibson was part of that group. Skunky Gibson was part of that group. Ron Allen was part of that group. Tommy Toll was part of that group. Let's see who else.
Do you think there's recordings of that group still somewhere?
I know there's albums.
Yeah?
Yeah, the 1964, I think, National Jazz Festival.
So there's like a record somewhere?
Yeah, we have that record.
Cool.
And by the way, another story. When we went to that, it was in the Notre Dame. That was at Notre Dame and the Coliseum. It was in the Coliseum. Boy, we walked in that Coliseum. That was the biggest place I had ever seen in my life. And they said, you guys can go down and inspect the stage, see what you're going down there for. And so we started down the aisle toward the stage, and I heard somebody say, "Where do we pick up the hayseeds?" And so we went on. We played, and we got third place behind University of Michigan, North Texas State University, and then Henderson State.
Wow.
It's impressive.
After that, they didn't call us hayseeds anymore. They were very friendly after that.
Wow, that's really cool. Any alumni you want to talk to, Jim?
All of my trumpet students. They were my reason for being here, and I'm so proud of each and every one of them and the great success so many of them have enjoyed. So Tim Shadowski, Dan Brashears, Kate Tidwell Reynolds, I could go on forever.
Who were some of your first students? Do you remember?
Yes, it was Todd Skaggs, Eat More Spam.
Yes.
It was Brian Merritt, and there was another student from Magnolia. There were three of them. I can see his face. Oh, and Wayne Root.
Oh.
So I got here that first semester. I had, I think, 3 senior recitals. Who's the trumpet player who used to play soprano with National State?
Mm-hmm.
With the wonderful ears. He's still teaching.
I don't know.
Is he teaching in Arkansas?
Steve Cross.
Oh, Steve
Oh,
Cross.
yeah, Steve
I've
Cross.
heard
Okay.
that name before.
Been too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. We had 5 majors, I think, at that point.
Anyone you want to shout out, Nevada?
Sure. I mean, I guess since we're going to do this every time, I'll pick a new name every time. Chris Lloyd teaches down in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We're birthday buddies, and has done an absolute amazing job at every place he's been. Just a really great guy and a really great musician, great trombone player.
Terrific. and hopefully we'll see a bunch more alumni. Maybe that'll jog our memories of their names at the reunion. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up. And so make sure you sign up for the reunion. Please register. It will really help us with the food stuff. Register for the reunion. We'll see you on April 25th. We also have some upcoming concerts. We have Fusion on April 17th. So Friday night quad concert, April 17th. I believe it usually starts around 8 p.m. And then we have the choir concerts on April 28th, which is a Tuesday, and that'll be at the United Methodist Church. And of course, we have the band concert, which will take place at the reunion on April 25th. So we hope that we will see you there, and we hope to see you on campus. Anytime you're free to come join us, we will welcome you with open arms. And starting on the 25th, you can sign our music stand, and that'll be your little evidence that you came back to campus. You made the pilgrimage. So thank you for watching, and thank you for being here. This
pleasure.
really was great. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Bye.